People, deluded, I'm back again. Arsenal's under-18s have defeated Fulham's counterparts, their Fulham counterparts, 3 goals to 0. They're league champions, and I'm ecstatic to say that they're league champions. I'm happy for them. As you lot know, I love to watch youth football. Of course, I love to watch my young players. The under-18s, they've given me joy. Now, the first team, they've been moving mad this season, but I've been impressed with the under-18s. The way they got bravado, play with a swagger, tigerish, fight for each other. I've seen some tough results, games where they could have learnt from. I've seen them play superbly more often than not. I'd say when we lost to Spurs, probably we could have learnt a lot. Ironically, the under-18s have been in a little battle with Spurs for the title, and obviously it's nice that these young players are league champions and stuff at this age, but they want to kick on to first team and do these sort of things at that level. It's a good experience because it remains to be seen. People always have their debates around under-18s and 23s football. Does it really teach you? Is it really worth it? Etc, etc. And you can say a lot because they actually have to have, it's like serving an apprenticeship, but on the other hand, it can become a bit stale. At least when you see things that, for Spurs as well, their 18s, they know before games more often than not, they have to win their game because they won't win the league. So it's nice to see that the players consistently week in, week out have to apply themselves because there's a bit of a goal to aspire to, and the repercussions of winning, losing or drawing, you can sort of feel it and move on. So I'm proud of these players. Obviously, I'm proud with the names that typically get said. John Jules, when he's played at this level. Coyle of late, probably second half of the season. The Greenwoods, the Balogans, 2 of our best players, especially Balogun and Greenwood. Keen to see both of them step up next season to 23s. All of these sort of attacking players have done their thing, man. But I feel for me, I got to hail up first and foremost. I got to hail up my guy Matt Smith. I feel he's been good this season in the middle of the park. I think Ben Cotterill as well, equally as good. Them two, probably excluding debate ones, I'd probably say them two should be up for player of the season, respective for their age group for me. Cause I feel they were superb. They've both applied themselves, man. And obviously with Arsenal and people that claim they know youth and stuff, other players get limelight and stuff like that. But I feel them two in particular have been very good this season. Vontae Daly-Campbell as well. I hope he signs a new deal, people, because time's ticking. We can only deal with what on paper and Transfermarkt says that he's out of the contract at the end of the season, and I think he won't be short of any suitors, whether it's here or abroad. But he's been good this season. Everybody's been good, as you would. And we've also had injuries. We've had a bit of mayhem in terms of our goalkeeping situation as well. So we've done well. But I'm going off topic, people, and stuff. Let's stick to the game. The game, like I said, we have to go and beat Fulham. It's a bit of a double whammy because we can't panic too much and get too excited, because if Fulham come out there and score, they complicate things for us, because Fulham will probably sit back and remain rigid. We know we need to score, but we can't be too gun blazing sort of thing. We named a strong lineup. Just go and check on the Premier League website. Everybody's there, from Coyle, Greenwood, Balogun, the usual suspects you'd expect, people. And I feel the game, similar to completely different from the under-23s at the Emirates. I felt it took a while. I think both teams kind of sounding each other out. Both teams kind of cancelling each other out, really, in the first half. It was quite boring in the first half, if I'm completely honest with you. 20th minute, we almost got caught lacking on the counter-attack, and McGuinness had to make some last-ditch defending, and it must look good on the highlight show. Smith had a couple of opportunities, and there was one in the 25th. He just dragged wide, but generally both teams failing to break each other down. Admittedly it's bad, but I don't know where Fulham are in the respective table and if they've got anything to play for respectively. But yeah, neither side quite not doing enough. 28th minute, my guy Cotterill, end product's got to be better final ball to play someone in, but Balogun's having half chances here and there, but it's not really that, man. I feel second half, we knew 45 minutes and we're league champions, and I felt instantly, you saw us starting to press. Greenwood's come into the game especially, and I feel Greenwood and Vontae Daly-Campbell down the right-hand side are causing trouble, because at times, this is why I like Vontae Daly-Campbell. He's very street smart. He makes runs for the sake of making runs to take people away, and the opposition's fullback, left-back, couldn't... you could see the game. It's like, can't you clock this? Like, he don't even want the ball all the time. He's making this run, so you drag him away. You need to communicate with someone and say this, but we're doing that. The midfield's woken up. We're man to a man. We're doing our thing, people. Fulham are having a couple of opportunities, but I don't really think Fulham are in the game. Obviously, I'm going to sound mad biased, but I was impressed, man. I was really impressed. Vontae got the first as the second half went on. Good bit of play, bit of fortune. It eventually falls to him. Balogun, it was a lovely, cute flick initially as well. Vontae, you lot know me, man. I like him. He plays like a yard, man. I can't lie, people. Like he's the guy, the defender, the Fulham defender's trying to move him off the ball, and he's stiff. People, it's a myth, isn't it? Ball's played. Devontae does the rest. Right back on the left hand, well, technically on the left hand side of the goal, slightly. Ventured forward. He does his thing, man. 1-0. It's there, man, and if he doesn't stay at this club next season, like I said, he won't be short of any suitors. But anyways, people, he scored the first. We've broken Fulham down. Fulham have a decision to make. Are they going to come out now and stop remaining rigid and stuff like that, similar to us as well? Like I said, both teams were cancelling each other out early on. But 2-0 now, and Vontae again is at the heart of it as well. I think it started initially from the keeper. He receives it in his native right-back position, drives forward with the ball. Greenwood receives it. Again, this is on the right-hand side. Greenwood just simply takes a touch, gets his head up. It's a lovely run from Balogun. He slipped in, and it's a bit of a difficult finish, but Balogun scoring goals, and he should be full of confidence, and it was a confident finish. It's 2-0. It's a bit of a tight angle, and you can smell blood in that we're going to win this league title. We need to remember that 2-0 is a dangerous, very dangerous scoreline, because if Fulham score one, we've got a decision to make. Do we press for that 3-1? Do we sit? These are the things these young players are needing to learn. I know, like I said, it's 2-0. We were really and truly, from that, in fact, throughout the whole game, second half, like I said, class above Fulham. And in the dying numbers of the game, it's a lovely bit of play. It's a lot of fortune, I'm not going to lie, because the Fulham defender, I don't know what he's doing, he slips. And Kyle rifles it into the back of the net inside the area and makes it 3-0. And good second half, especially from us, man. Good professional job from in the first half as well. Because I can tell the manager told them not to panic. Probably not to allow, first and foremost, let's not let Fulham score and be a thing where we're going to have to score 2-3 or something. So, like I said, people, we're league champions, man, and a lot of these young players, it's tough to say, but they won't make it at this club. But it's nice that it can have moments like this, because people, it's tough becoming a professional footballer. I'm not gonna lie, these lot are playing scholars now. Some of them will not be professional footballers. That's how tough it is, and a lot of them have been at the club from 6 years of age, developed here, seen their friends be released, be on the balance of being released themselves. So small little victories like this, I like to see it for the young players and the youth players then, because it reminds them why they want to be professional footballers, and it reiterates some sort of confidence. Football is a funny old game full of opinions. If it was up to me at Arsenal, people, Vontae Daly-Campbell would have his professional contract, but for some reason or not, for instance, if we look at what we can see on Google and that his contract is running out, hopefully they're in talks, but he's going to have to leave this club because his contract's expiring. It's a game of politics, do you see what I'm saying? But it's small wins like this. Like I said at the beginning of the vid, people, just by having a goal week in, week out, and knowing you have to win, you can't lose. If you can't win, don't draw. And thinking what that means for your opponent, can they take advantage, have they dropped points? This is how they become professional footballers, because whatever way we dress it, no matter how good your technical ability is, if you can't be given a job tactically, or you can't be cerebral in any task given in professional football, you will not have a good career. You will be inconsistent. You might float around. I hope to God every one of these young players has a good career. And I think a lot of, I've said it before, I think this is collectively throughout the last 2-3 years especially, since Jack Wilshere's age group, this is the one quality, like, you know, where you feel gassed about some of these players, and specifically homegrown as well, people. Obviously, before that, we've had many lists, people, but I feel collectively, not just foreign recruits, like, obviously, the Ganabrys, the Daniel Marlins, the Jeff Renee Adelays, the Benassias, these lot that I love. Talking people that come from Hayland, or obviously, Greenwood's an exception to the rule from Sunderland, but you see what I'm saying? You get where I'm going. Obviously, Jack Wilshere's group had some foreign recruits like Oshikop and players like that, but you had at the time, you had Lansbury, you had Wilshere, you had Emmanuel Thomas, you had my guy Sanchez. Who else did you have? You had Danny Bowen, you had Benik Afobe, you had James Shea, you had Tom Cruise, you had Luke Ayling, who's gone on to have a decent career now in the Championship and that. Who else was there? Tom Ince was on Liverpool's team. Nathan Eccleston, who I thought would have a career, and I last saw him at Burnley. Not sure where he is now. Forgive me if I'm wrong. What's that man? What's that guy that was at? I think he went from Bradford to Liverpool, and he went Norwich from Liverpool. What's his name? Andre Sutton. Is it Andre Wisdom? I could be wrong about that. But you get where I'm going, people. Football's a funny old game. The one negative, not even negative, but the one thing I would have liked to have seen would have possibly been making a better meal of the FA Youth Cup. I felt it was a good chance for Chelsea going out to win it this year. But we've won the league. Players have played well. John Jules has played well when he's been here, but he's stepped up into the 23s. Balogun's done his thing, and he's probably bullish about his chances. Greenwood's had a great season, in my opinion. Who else has there been? Like I said, Matt Smith and Ben Coral been superb. Phil Swanson's been good as well, whether it's on the left, right, or in his native midfield. I feel next season, in patches, Joel Lopez, when I have seen him play, has been good. And I think next season we'll see the most of it, better of him. Hopefully we see better of Alfie Matthews if he's given an opportunity to display his talents as well. Arthur Okonkwo's done very well under 18's level. I mean, he took his chance through injuries and stuff like that, and he's kicked on to 23, so that's good to see. That's what we want to see with these young players, people. We want to see them getting out of under 18's level as quick as possible. Again, patience is needed, but that's what you want to do. You want to be playing 23s, and when you're playing 23s, you want to kick on to the first team and that. But like I said, we're league champions, people, and I'm gassed for these young G's. Arsenal 3, Fulham 0, and yeah, it's a good season from the lads, man. I'm going to not take up any more of your time because Arsenal are about to kick off in 3 minutes against Leicester City away. Hopefully we take a page out of the under-23s book on Friday and defeat Leicester, but whatever it is, win, lose or draw, you know your guy DG will be here. People, thank you for watching and your consistent support through the season and all of my content. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. DG, I'm out.